Shades of pearl and green. Fire burning hearts in darkest places. There's never been a better time to feel alive. I found a way, we're past the lines where truth won't lie. Life is waiting on the other side. Follow me into the underground. Watch the world changing as the sun goes down. Follow me into the underground. Whoa. Follow me into the underground. Into the
After nearly having the car fall down on me, I decided I'd had enough of the work on the car, and as you can see, I forgot to get the jack out. Anyway, people might wonder why I'm putting the car on the stands again. I've got to replace the rear muffler. I've got a new one and a new tip, and I'll put that in a bit later. But also, I've got to replace the rear lateral arm bushes, and I've got to take the arm off, and here it is, and there's the place where the bushing is, and I've got new ones, so I'll put them in a bit later on. Anyway, the next day I decided, right, let's get it back on the stands. That's going to be tricky. Well, welcome to episode 75 of Out and About with Trev. As you can see, the Subi's back up on the stands. I actually drove this and did a roadworthy, and they told me there's a couple of things I need to fix. So that's just the way it goes sometimes. I've got to replace the rear lateral bushing. Well, the rear lateral arm bushings. The ones in the front, and I've got them at the moment, but I'm going to do that in the next few days. I've also got to replace the rear muffler, and then basically the only real issue I got is well, really the elephant in the room, which is the amount of smoke that's coming out of the engine. It's started to get better, and then I drove it a bit, and I don't know exactly what's going on, but something's certainly not right with the engine. I think the best option at this point is I'm going to actually, once I get this done, I'm going to turn the vehicle around, take the engine out, and then I'll have a look at exactly what's going wrong. I'm pretty sure it's just that the engine's pretty old. It's done about 400,000 Ks. I didn't put oversized piston and rings in. I checked it. It seemed to be all right, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know until I take it out. But what I'll do is I'll get them honed, and then I'll put in oversized piston and rings, and I'm pretty sure that'll help because it's really close. Once this thing warms up, there's hardly any smoke at all, but there's still too much. So I think that's really what's going on. I've replaced the PCV valve. I've changed the oxygen sensor. There's only one oxygen sensor in this, even though in the manual and everything I read says there's meant to be two. There's not a second one in the system, so I'm not really sure what that means. That makes it interesting. I've checked everything else. I've checked all the hoses. I've replaced a few hoses. Like I say, the PCV valve was the big one. People said that's what will make smoke come out the back. I changed it, didn't fix it. I've taken it for a heap of drives, got it running nicely, and it really started to settle down. But as you can see, it's still too much smoke coming out. So that's where I'm at. The next week, get the lateral arm bushings changed over. I'll probably put the new muffler on, or I might leave that till a bit later on. That's an easy job to do. It's really like a 20-minute job, so I'm not too worried about it. But we've got to get these lateral arms taken care of. I've also got to polish the headlights because apparently they're a bit sad. There's also a malfunction light on the dash, which is all part of the engine pouring a bit too much smoke out. I think if we can stop that, then the malfunction light will go off, hopefully. So that's sort of where it's at. So a couple of little things, but the project's certainly moving forward. It's been a massive project. It's cost me a heap of dollars, taken far longer than I expected, and it's been a learning experience. And there's things I know now that I would do different, but that's just the way it goes. If I was to do it a second time, I'd do things different. But like I say, it's certainly been a learning experience. It's been a lot of fun. It's kept me busy. This has really been my COVID project for 2020 and heading into 2021. We're in lockdown again here in Melbourne, so for the next 5 days we can't go anywhere, can't do much at all. So having this to work on is probably handy again. It gives me something to focus on. I would have gone absolutely crazy over the last 12 months. I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't had this to work on. So, people say, oh, it's dragged on. Well, that doesn't bother me too much. I want to get it on the road, but it's good to have something to work on, something to plan for. I've got to search for where I can get stuff. I've got to order stuff. I've got to wait till I've got the dollars. Then it's time to put stuff in. In the meantime, while I've been waiting for stuff to turn up, I've also done some work on my trailer, and I replaced the rear lights. Actually, all the old lights were just normal globes, and I've changed them over to LED lights. It's the way we do things now. So that's been interesting as well, because once I get the car sorted out, then I'm going to get the trailer registered, and I've got an initial couple of jobs I've got to just take a heap of rubbish to the tip. So I'm looking forward to that in the next couple of months. I'm also planning a big road trip, special road trip. I'm going to go take this thing back up to the mountains where I used to live. Places I've been with some of my other vehicles, and I've got photos of the other vehicles. It'll be interesting to go back to these locations with the new car, and new car for me. It's a 20-year-old vehicle, but it's a new car for me. It'll be interesting to go back to these spots and get some photos of the Subi. I had planned to do that basically next month, but I haven't got this sorted in time. Probably it's going to become a winter trip. I'd love to go up and get some photos of this thing in the snow. That'd be cool. So the project's still moving forward. It's just some twists and curves, and that's the way it goes. But hopefully in the next month and a half, I should really start to tick off some of these final things. Like I say, I got a very short list of what I got to fix. So the end is in sight. It's just about in the middle of it. I've got to take the engine out again and tear it down. Done that a couple of times now, so I'm confident I can do that. It also gives me confidence that I have torn it down, put it back together, and had the thing running. Sure, smoke pours out of it, but to know that I can tear it down and then put it back together and have it run, that gives me a little bit of confidence. And now we just got to make sure that it's not pouring smoke out the back. So that's where it's at. Look, I appreciate everyone that comes past, has a look at the channel. Plan to put more stuff up. Once I get this thing on the road, I'm certainly going to take Out and About with Trev out and about. Got some exciting trips planned. Also, once we can get over the COVID-19 with the lockdowns and what have you. Like I say, at the moment we can't go anywhere. The borders are closed. It's at least with one state, so we can't go out. We can't go anywhere in Melbourne now. We're locked down for the next 5 days, so we're not out of it yet. But 2020 was probably one of the toughest years, and certainly tricky and complicated and difficult and everything. We just hope that 2021 can do better. Hopefully anyway. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.